Pleasant Tuesday morning to you. Welcome once again to Untangle on the Bridge 99 FM. Richie, have yourself a wonderful day, and the Up and Go crew, have yourselves a wonderful day. And I want to say a very special morning, of course, to those who are here with us on the Bridge 99 FM, those who are always here with us, and of course, those who have recently started coming on the bridge. We're just so happy to have you. And we want to say a very special good morning to Team Untangle. Team Untangle. Vaughn is on leave, but LaFane will be here to do the honors for us. So give thanks to have you, LaFane. So it's really just Richie and LaFane, but that's good enough. That's good enough. So we want to say a very special morning to everyone. Good morning, Monique. Are you there?
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, and I can see you too. You're in Akira.
Okay, awesome.
All right, fine. So, good morning. Welcome to Untangle on the Bridge 99.
Thank you for the invitation.
Okay, all right. So, we're celebrating Road Safety Awareness Month. And so it's very important that we talk about issues that have to do with road safety. Now, I know that you're more than just a car accident survivor. You do many things. But just let us start there, since, we're actually closing off the month now, June, Road Safety Awareness Month. So before we do that, tell us a little bit about Monique.
Oh, you know, whenever people ask me about Monique, I almost always never know what exactly to tell. So let me start with my profession. I am a health promotion and education officer at the St. Mary Health Department. Monique is also a mother for a 10-year-old. Well, he's gonna be 11 in August.
Okay.
Monique is also the president for the school's PTA body.
Yes, your son's school?
Yes.
Okay.
I also sit on the board. Monique is also an aspiring sexologist. I am also a student at the University of the West Indies. I am presently pursuing a master's degree in anthropology. And the list goes on.
Yeah, you can stop there, so because everybody book a sexologist. so nobody know you're not there, so you say after that. So anyway, we're gonna be talking about many things, and we're gonna try very hard not for just you see. Let me tell you, say master control operator say what. Him turn to producer and say, what she just say? We are definitely going to have to define sexologist later in the interview, because it's not what people like Richie think it is. You understand the reason?
Right.
Right. That's right. Okay. So you had a very close encounter with death on the road, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Tell us about that experience and how it has changed you.
Let me just say that prayers do get answered. And sometimes when we do pray, we need to ensure that what we ask God for, we're actually looking for an answer. I say that to say, in 2017, I was honored to be one of the youth parliamentarian of Jamaica. And we had a ceremony, or investiture ceremony, and we were encouraged to make personal goals, like, year 3, year 5, year 6, year 10, just make some goals and, put the years when you want to actually achieve it. So this was 2017. And one of my goals was to have, I call it a sexologist body. So I was fat. I weighed probably about 180 something pounds at the time. And I wanted to shed the weight. Pardon me?
How much did you weigh?
About 187, 189, sometimes in the 190.
How tall are you?
I am 5. The other day I was disappointed to hear that I'm 5'3.25".
Why were you disappointed?
I was 5'5".
No,
Pardon me?
Why were you disappointed? You thought you were taller.
Yes, my national ID said it's 5 feet 4 inches, and I was thinking that okay, they didn't do any proper measurement, so probably it's 5'5".
Oh,
But
really?
when the proper measurement was
It
done,
was
it's
less.
actually
So that's a
lower
bit
than
heavy
that.
for five,
Yes,
three
yes,
and a
yes, it was.
half.
And as
Okay.
a health promotion and education officer, we drive Jamaica moves. And so in my parish, I'm responsible for, showing people say you can live healthy. Um, and so I wanted to lose the weight. I wanted to look sexy so that when I go there and I promote my ties and I promote how important it is for us to actually embrace sex and sexuality because it is the reason for us all being here. I wanted to ensure that when I stand up, people just, see it. So I had a dream. so,
Go on, talk.
so March, the Thursday evening, I left Highgate Health Center, which is where my office is, and I went to Galena, which is home. My cousin asked me to follow him to pick up a car in Ocherios. He has a rental service. So we drove down together, and I would drive back the rental to Galena. So we went down and we're coming back up. So I was coming down. I don't know if most persons would know Rain over here, but you're coming down and there's a gas station, Cool Oasis gas station.
Right in my
And
zone.
right. And a police officer stopped us. So I knew him and we were talking about physical activity because we had a 5K walk run earlier in February. So we were talking a little bit, and then him said, "Make sure you drive slow," and continued on our way. I was driving in front of my cousin at the time, so I told him to go in front after the police stopped us. And when I came upon that little hill after you pass Beaches Boscobel, um, the only thing I can remember is that long stretch of white wall
Mm-hmm.
for a while, and then one at the time I remembered in my cousin's car, I say, I want pee pee, and he say, peace. So me say, no, me can't pee pee in your car. I didn't know what was happening to my body. I know that something happened, but I couldn't tell you what exactly happened. And he said, just peace. So I didn't, of course, conscious. Um, so it was after. So this is all that happened to me. Apparently, a drunk driver crashed into the car that I was driving. This is a Probox taxi. He died on the spot,
Oh my
and I was
goodness.
taken to the hospital.
What time of day
Um,
is this?
this was probably about 12 a.m., March 6th.
Okay.
This was Friday morning.
Mm.
So I was taken to Port Maria Hospital. I had a cut, a wound, a very deep wound to the side. I figured that it's probably, well, not, well, I'm thinking since, it's from the seat belt. So it stretches basically from the top of my mons pubis all the way around to my bottom. So they had to kind of wash it out and stitch it up and all of those nice things. And then I was sent to Anatomy Hospital. When I was going down, I could feel every single uneven surface in my body. It's like it hurt so
Oh
much.
my God.
When I reached the hospital, I remembered um in the operating theater, and I remember them telling me that they're going to put a tube in my nose. And after that, I didn't remember anything else. So
Mm.
what happened was that my right femur was fractured, which is the hip bone. The I had internal bleeding, so the small intestines were damaged. So they had to cut that and put it back together. The muscles were removed from the abdominal wall, which
Wow.
is on the right side of my body. So because I was physically active, even being so thick, I was physically active, always doing, my little um abs and everything to keep it kind of stiff.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that actually made me still alive today. And then later on we learned that the toe bones were dislocated on the left side. So right now I call me 2 foot them Nigel and Jeff since I
Why?
told him so.
Why?
So
Why?
Because I
Why?
told you first me did born with Monique or Tara. And since the accident is too new stuff. And I name a lot of things. I name a car, I name my toys, everything just have, its own different little personality for me.
Wow.
Um
That
and so
must have been
these were the
traumatic.
um it was because I think it's more traumatic even now because I am so limited in the things that I am able to do now. When I was in the hospital, it was quite, I don't want to say horrible, horrible, because I did get a lot of good people to take care of me. But the fact that you have to lie down on a bed for 16 days, you
Oh my
can't move. So
God.
they had to put this thing on my foot that's called a traction to keep the hip in place so that it
Mm-hmm.
could heal properly.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to just lay there. I had to do everything one place.
Oh my
Do
goodness.
eat,
We get it,
eat,
Monique. We get it. No,
everything.
no, we get
I
it.
had
Just me, no, just me. We figure it out. Mm.
sometimes when I sit and I really look back on stuff, sometimes I smile, sometimes I laugh, even though deep down inside, like you really, really want to cry, because it's like it's like you see yourself at the worst, and despite all of that, the fact that you're still here, it means that you have a purpose. And if
Yes,
it is say you have a purpose, you have to make sure say, you bring out that purpose as best as you possibly can. And I
absolutely.
think that's what I am doing
Doing
now.
her now. And especially since the person who met in the accident with you, meaning it's a taxi man,
Yes.
he lost his life, you said.
Yes.
That tells you a lot. That could have been you. Oh, I know. So as we're celebrating, I don't know if we can celebrate because at the end of the day, there's just so much carnage on the roads. But June is Road Safety Awareness Month, and we're coming to a close. What do you have to say to those who use the roads? What would you say to them? What you have learned? What caution they need to take? That kind of thing.
Um, this thought is in my mind. Um, no man is an island. When you go out there, you're not driving just for yourself, you're driving for other persons too.
Mm-hmm.
And though you would want all the persons that is on the road to be cognizant of all the signs and everything that is taking place, some just don't know. So it's like you have to put that extra eye out there, or extra eyes out there, to ensure
Exactly.
that you're seeing all those things around you, because say you're alone. So you have to
Exactly.
just, look out for somebody else
So
when
I
you're
see you
out
in a
there on the
car
road.
here now. Are you still driving? Do you still drive?
Yes, I do. I actually started driving back from in April because I went back to work June. Too quick, but when you have to do what you have to do.
I hear you.
I,
All right. So part of your job at the Ministry of Health and Wellness, that's where you work, right? So
yes,
part
I work with. Go ahead.
so part of your job is increasing control over one's state of health, which covers conflict management, sex and sexuality, mental health, self-care, and all of that. I did not know that meant that part of a job of someone like you would include conflict management. One, tell us how all of these things come in and how they relate.
All right. Basically, we call them different settings. So we work in the workplaces, we're in communities, and we're in schools. And we know that once we're working with people, conflicts are always going to be there in some way, shape, or form. We can be at the health center, somebody probably just perturbed because they're not getting through properly and or quickly, and probably the child is sick. People just come with different theories and different, problems. I remember yesterday I was doing a presentation, self-care presentation, to persons. Well, it's more like a capacity building session to persons who are living with HIV. And it just dawned out to me that sometimes people just want one little person to talk to, and even if the person is gonna tell you that, remember that today you have life, and today you have at least a couple more hours to, realize whatever dreams it is that you have. Or if you never have any dreams, you can actually plan for something tomorrow. So it's like we're out there every day being we're in different caps. We have
Mm-hmm.
to solve the arguments or the conflicts if we find them in the workplaces or in the community or in the schools. And I just want to stop at the school for a moment. We did an intervention at Taki High School. Taki High School is one of our Jamaica moves in school pilot schools. And one of the key issues that they were having is sex and sexuality and conflict management. Of course, it is not in our purview for, that whole conflict aspect of it. So we had to reach out to our partners in the community. And so we
Okay.
asked and some of our colleagues from the Jamaica Constabulary Force to just come in and talk to some of the boys about conflict and conflict management and why it's important to, learn some amount of control,
Right.
especially when you're in a school. And we also reach out to pastors within that area as well, so that we can get somebody to, come in and talk. So we I do a lot of things. Sometimes I may not be the person to, actually do it, but I try to find, or my
Resource
team, we
people.
try to find assistance wherever we can.
Okay, wonderful. All right. I know my listeners are anxiously waiting. It's 11:31, but we not touch the sexology party. So you're going to have to give me a little time, producer. So, so you are familiar with teaching sex and sexology? And did it say? Hold on a little bit.
Sex and sexuality.
Sex and sexuality, right? And you teach this to high schoolers or just generally on the job?
All right. So, no, not to high schoolers. On the job, it's more like me being a comedian somewhat, because we have a team that does sex and sexuality. They're called the Behavior Change Communications team.
Okay.
But because Monique kind of rude and educated and love chat, I am almost always, in some conversation as it relates to that. But sex and sexuality, it's just really me personally. It's not because of my job why I teach it. I teach it, or the intention is to continuously teach it because, one, it is the most important thing on earth. Why? Because it is a reason for life. If you don't have sex, you won't continue life, basically. And I think the fact that we left it out at school, it is something that really needs to be taught there, because when you're growing into your sexuality,
That's
you're
true.
growing into why my breast feel the way here if it get cold or
Yeah.
if it get warm, or you have different not, let me not say issues, queries. There are
Yes.
so many different things that you want to know, and there are times when you don't have that person that you can talk to about it, because once you ask about sex, it's like everybody believes that yes, penetration is the sex. All right, yeah, we know,
True.
say yeah,
True.
sex
True.
and
True. But
penetration, but
but Monique, can I tell you that I really do understand what you're saying, but I understand why the teachers left it out of the curriculum. Because I know easily, because I remember when I was at school, even menstruation was a problem in the class. Because when the teacher take out them the days, I mean, we can call it them, that's CFX. But when the teacher take out the pad, and we were just so embarrassed because of how the boys go on in the class that I can
yes,
understand why Miss come to school one morning and say, we're not going to bother with that class anymore. As God, if I was a teacher, I don't know how me that manage. So, oh, you bright and brave, so now that you go move it out of your little work now, and after 9 to 5, you are a what? You are a who? You are a who for? Come, money, talk fast.
all right. So what I realize, and I'll tell you that most of the persons who I have meaningful conversations with about sex and sexuality are men, because I think they are the main target. One, we're having problem with our men cheating. Because, well, we're having problems with our men cheating. You may not know him may I do everything for him, but in gone out.
Mm-hmm.
This everybody have their own little thing as to this with men. So I
Yes.
believe that they need to be taught about our bodies and why it is that, the body has to be taken such care of, even if it means that, okay, this is the why and this is the reason why you're not supposed to cheat per se. So I talk to men about problems that they may be having. So they may share with me, Mystique, some like suck too. I don't know if this is true, but anyways, and some persons that say, oh, me not like dirty nasty toe man, whatever, whatever. But probably that's their thing, and to have somebody that they can express themselves to. I feel a sense of comfort whenever they are talking, because it's like nothing is uncensored. They just can talk and talk and talk, and we
I
have that
get you, but
discussion.
you mentioned talking to men about cheating. You as a woman, as and I never thought of that as part of the subject of sexology, but I get it. You as a woman talking to men about cheating, do you really make any headway? And if you do, what is it that you can say to a man that will make him stop and say, "Oh, there is something that I'm learning now that I didn't know before."
Variety is the spice of life, and know the variety that you have. You have a woman there, and all that she have, another woman out there has the same thing too. But you can play with yours in a whole different, well, in a whole heap of different kind of way. So you have to know the woman for yourself. So that means you have to go find that time to know what is it that she likes, and what is it that you like, and what are some of the things that you can do to make it better. And I'll say, let's say it's a relationship that is 15 years old, and both persons, them libido kind of gone down a little bit. There are certain things that you can do, like get enhancers that can enhance the whole sexual experience of. So instead of you actually going out to say, all right, me need to go talk to our next woman because this no whatever, whatever, you go to a store and you try to find something else. You
So hold on a
buy
little bit
some
now.
lingerie.
So you have this kind of store. Okay, fine.
Yes.
I know that in foreign people are a little more, freer and all of that. But do you find that here in Jamaica, people will come to your store and actually say to you, what do I need to do when so and so? We're not going to go into no detail because we kind of work out all the things that where people are going to want to know about. But do you find that people are comfortable coming to your store, if that's what you have, or the space that you have, and saying to you, I need X, Y, and Z, and them line out on the table and say, that one is what I want.
I have that. So my store is in my car. I don't have a space yet, but I have a basket. I call it my orgasmic basket. So there are times when I go out with it, and people will tell me this is the one I like, or this will do this, or I'll tell them that this one can do this, and whatever, whatever. You can see how intrigued they are that, oh, more actually
And
try this to
you
see
feel
what it
comfortable
will like.
discussing this with them. You have no
Yes,
problem.
yes,
Good,
yes.
nice. You know something? God bless you. Because most of us would be very, very shy. But there needs to be someone who not shy. There needs to be
Yeah,
someone who will engage people in conversations like this. So let me
yeah,
say to you, good that you could even think of that, because the average person not thinking of that, one, and two, people have issues with their sexuality, two, and three, people would like to discuss these things. So we've gone
yes.
out of time, long time. The only reason why we not stop this interviews because we know everybody want to find out about this last part, yeah. So thank you so very, thank you so very much, Monique, for being so upfront and honest. And I see that you're that kind of person, and you're also the kind of person who men particularly might just. Do you find women come to you as much as men?
Yes, both.
Or they both come to you? Well, that is great.
Yeah,
That means that
yeah,
we're opening up and we have less taboo and less fear about our sexuality. And that's a wonderful thing because you keep saying that it's a very important part of our lives and is a part of our lives that most people want to cover up. So kudos to you.
Thank you very much.
And thanks for being so brave. Thank you also very much for coming on the program and talking about your experience on the road because I know that could not be easy because you're bringing up a lot of memories. So, nice meeting you, Monique. Very nice meeting you.
Thank you. Same here.
A lot of my colleagues, them look for me if find out if I'm going to say, what is your number? And when can we speak? Me not going to say so. We work out already what it is you do and have a lovely day, Monique.
Thank you so very much. And you have a great day too.
All right.
And as I said, just remember everyone, variety is the spice of life and variety is all over. Food, places where you may go, people that you may meet, variety is everywhere.
I agree with you. And it's, I understand now why the men keep coming to you because there's a gentleman inside of our studio from you start talking about the S word. They're like, yes, it's true. I agree. And all these wonderful things. So have a wonderful day, Monique.
Thank you. Have a great day to you and your team too.
All right, we'll do. Wow. I said to Vaughn when he told me about this subject, I said, I'm not quite sure if I can do this, but I will. And I did. So we're going to take a break. We'll soon come.
Good afternoon, Mama Kelly.
Boy, that song, good afternoon, Beauregard. That song that you played, Over the Hills, what a sweet Luciana, man.
Definitely. Something I always relate to that song. But
yes.
Ever since that song came out, Mama. Peace of mind is everything,
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. There's another Luciana that we actually started with, one of the first songs that we started with this morning. And it is another one of my favorite Luciana songs and is one that name Serve.
Yes, man was made to serve Jah.
Oh my God, Serve Jah. Bad tune.
Big tune.
Big tune.
And that's the energy, Mama Kelly. You play a Luciana, I played one. It's
exactly. That's what I was thinking when I was listening to you, I was thinking another one of my favorite Luciana's Hills. Yeah.
True indeed.
So, go on.
Everything all right, Mama Kelly. I had a wonderful weekend, but of course the weekend was plagued with a lot of protests here in the United States because on Friday, the Supreme Court, they overturned the Roe versus Wade case, and it's now illegal to have an abortion in the United States. So
wow.
That's a very, very big thing right now. A lot of women are out there protesting, and they're just saying that it's their right, their body, they should choose, and that's the sentiment, that's the narrative right now for a lot of women. I'm not sure how you. Well, we have had this conversation.
Yeah,
before.
To be honest with you, Beauregard, I'm not quite sure if it's a question of right or wrong. I really do believe that it is a question of choice. I mean, I have my own opinions as to what I will do with my body, but I don't think I have the right to determine what somebody else should do with. I mean, it's a moral issue. And it's a personal issue also. So I am not surprised at the outcome, because let me tell you another reason why I'm not surprised. Because whether it is illegal or legal, there is always going to be an avenue where people can do what they want to do.
Yes.
So if it is illegal, it puts people in a rut, because now you're going to be doing something illegal and you stand the chances of getting a quack to do it. And that is what has been happening for a long while. So it to me, it is not right or wrong for somebody. It's right or wrong for me.
Yeah.
It's wrong for me. But I'm not sure I get a chance to vote as to what's right for you.
True. And one of the things about this, we have had a conversation where we spoke about, the causes as to why a woman might want to have an abortion, and that those situations might present themselves where, rape, health complications, incest is one of those big situations, where a lot of women get pregnant as well. A lot of traumatic situations exist out there where women do get pregnant, but it shouldn't have to be a traumatic situation for a woman to decide, what she wants to do with her body. And I totally agree with you that, choice should be on the table.
Yeah, to be honest with you, we have a real issue is where the father doesn't want that, where the father of the child wants his child, and the mother of the child says no. I think that is a real issue, and one where fathers perhaps need to be heard, to make their voices heard.
Yes, I thought about that as well. I said, what about the father? How does he feel about the whole situation? Like, if it was a consensual thing and a woman got pregnant, or, they decided to do what they're doing, start a family, and, somewhere down the line she decides, like, that she changed her mind or whatever and says she doesn't want to be with this man, and, she's in the process where she can still have an abortion. What if she goes through with having an abortion? If she's still in that time frame, that time period where she can have an abortion, how would the father feel?
Right. And there's another topic that we can discuss, and it is sometimes the father don't want the mother to have the child
True.
and insists that he doesn't want the child, and the mother decides that she's having her child.
Yes.
And then down the road, a lot of complications. To me, complications more. I understand complications between man and woman. I really do. The state, there are certain things, whether we see it as right or wrong, there are certain things that the state needs to get out of. That's just how I see it.
Right.
And a real issue is when a man says he doesn't want the child, and he tells that woman from jump that he doesn't want the child, and she insists that she wants the child, and then down the road he's being asked to provide support for the child, and he's saying, but I tell you, I never want it. These are more real issues to me more than the next one.
And then there's prevention. How about prevention? If you don't want to be pregnant, then do what you're doing and do it safely.
It not always work out to
I mean, but some people are not going that route at all, Mama Kelly, where
True.
there's protection. If you are not ready to do certain things or become a parent, then
That's true.
protect yourself in certain ways.
That's easier said than done. I remember, back in the day, the rhythm method. You remember the rhythm method? People still use the rhythm method. They said about the rhythm method. Women who use the rhythm method are called mothers.
Wow.
In other words, it don't work. No, so...
But you know that even the big companies are getting in on this whole decision that came down from the Supreme Court, because we're now hearing that companies like CVS and Rite Aid, those pharmacies have reportedly begun limited purchase of Plan B pills to 3 per person. So if you go into if you're trying to get a Plan B pill, they're only going to give you 3.
If you're trying to get a what?
A Plan B, which is I guess it's an abortion pill.
Oh, okay.
They limit it to 3, and also companies are coming up with policies that cover travel expenses for employees who need abortions. Companies such as Starbucks, Microsoft, Netflix, JP Morgan Chase, PayPal, Amazon, DoorDash, just to name a few, they're all offering monies to help out their employees with abortion.
Me feel so the whole of them people that come out of people business. The whole of them you just name a while ago.
I don't know what's going on, Mama Kelly. I guess doing this and helping them to have the abortion is cheaper than, what you call it now, maternal leave or something like that.
You see, there's some have some serious problems, because all them coming at this. These
and so
are
many companies all at once to fall under the same type of policy. Even Walt Disney's in on this.
Me know, man. You see the company that name them in and many other things too.
And Facebook is in on it. Yeah.
Facebook in pan it.
Meta. They're all
Look
in
here, you see, to me, that's the problem them there. Because everybody in and what don't concern them. And to me, the mother and the father fit in on it.
Yes.
And them fit in on it.
True indeed.
Oh, Facebook and Walt Disney. Look here now, man. Look here. Look here. Hey, I can tell you something. You see, these topics, it's not just, as we see them, there is so much going on behind.
Exactly.
So much going on behind. And as we speak, I said, and I could just walk inside here with him lovely wife and baby. So Abe.
Family.
Abe.
We say family.
So, Facebook and how Walt Disney feel about that. Oh, Tada,
Oh, man.
Oh.
That just goes to show you that if you are an employee at some of these companies and they actually see that you're, I don't know if they see you going through your pregnancy, if they would approach you and ask you if you want to have an abortion.
Oh, you mean you don't know?
That's what it looks like. No, you know, like they would come up to a woman that's pregnant and ask her, you know, if she's willing to take an abortion, if they're offering these things.
Look here, you see, if we just treat this conversation lightly, 2 years time it going mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
Because I saw them think they go, you know.
True indeed.
If you don't, you know, take this thing in your hand and make these companies know so if you come out of your family life and your business. Little more from now, you're going to work at a company and them all them I do other day I watch to see if a little bumper come on your belly like it's their business. And then you're going to hear say the company can't afford it. What the order? We better nip this in the bud and make these people, all of them people that were just lying out a while ago, make the whole of them know so them for come out of your business. All
true,
of them.
That's true, man. You have to watch that mandatory thing because that's how they take time and ease things on us.
Insidious.
Yeah, man.
Them take them time, squeegee, and say, oh, them have no problem with it. Most people, and them do them survey at the same time. It look like most people have no problem. All right, then.
It's like the social media, you know, Mama Kelly. Sometimes I look at social media and I see a lot of people, their accounts get suspended. Mm-hmm. And it says they have violated community standards and things like that. That's just a taste of what's to come when you don't behave yourself.
When you don't behave yourself, I love how you put it. When you don't behave yourself, and look here now, artificial intelligence, I tell you, so you're not behave, you know.
Social control, man. I tell you.
Yes. You see, on Facebook, this is more time, my friend them attack. I mean, I say happy birthday. Up come Facebook with some birthday thing. Pew, people like me, I talk to them. Look here, I give me option as to how me tell my friend them happy birthday. Come out and my conversation. And look here now, if they don't come out, you know, I will come off.
You know, one of the biggest jokes in mankind, Mama Kelly, is when a computer start asking people if they are robots. You ever see that? You ever see that yet?
Look here, because
sometimes I fill out some things and the computer asks me, are you a robot?
Are you?
No, you are the robot.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And because I'm sure say Facebook don't employ so much people in the whole of business. So obviously it's artificial intelligence. So are you the robot?
Yeah, man.
Oh my God. Okay. So, oh my goodness.
Great conversation.
Yeah, you know, this reminds me of the other day when we had the conversation with the Pope suggesting that the people them don't fear have dog. Them fear have. No, you see, if we don't nip all them the conversation in the bud and tell the honorable gentleman of the cloth to come out of our business. You so no, because remember church work very closely with state, you know.
Yes, true indeed.
So they will come together, and before you say who goes there,
enough people don't know the church control the mother, the school control the children, and the prison control the father.
Oh, good. Oh, good. You remember them, the DJ back in the days, church and state, and we think, say, boy, them people, they're fooly. They're not so fool after all. Church and state, two of them are friends.
The prison of the fathers, the school of the children, and the church of the mothers.
Whoa, yo! La da 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 la da da da. Because sometimes you say the spirit catch up in something. No for that trauma, you know. No for that just no disrespect to anybody who catch up in a spirit. If you catch up in your own spirit, I feel. But just to know that a lot of that is traumatized women. We're going to take a break right now. We soon, darling. We're going to take a break right now. So we're going to, you know, so the baby sweet, see? so we're going, come. Yeah, soon come. So we have live inside of the studio none other than Neko Whaler. So all them trying to pronounce the name and all of that don't know. It's now just Neko Whaler. So as I said, we're doing this interview as we stream live to the Tri-State. So the entire Tri-State is hearing you. And yes, and my co-host is Beauregard. So he's also going to be talking with you. See?
Greetings, King.
No respect, Dada.
You know, Mama Kelly eliminated one of my questions. I was going to ask you, what name should we call you by?
Well, you know, Asade Naki, I'm a government name. Can you imagine
Right.
that?
Okay.
I tell people, I used to have to explain on stage when I perform. I tell them, think I saw the natty.
Since I what?
Think I saw the natty. If you, if you try to pronounce it. And it helped them. And then I say, I saw the naki. And they say, I saw the naki. Yeah. So
You should have given me that one
Me at a long time.
because me just up on Bija. That's
Well-
much easier for me, Bija.
so now it's naki.
It's Naki. So you got that, right?
Easy.
All right. So first of all, we just want to say congrats to your family, your new family.
thank you.
So Mosaic,
Mm-hmm.
Mosaic Beauregard is the new baby, and so wife and child is here. Wife is actually taking pictures and videoing, and that really just
Blessing.
nullify all the way we did that talk about a while ago. That can go on.
Yeah,
Them
but
they can go
That's a good
on.
reasoning,
Yeah.
though. You have a great point. I mean, family decisions should remain in the family. What you say?
Yes. Yes.
So, when America go through a lot of things right now, there's a lot of shifting turmoil, so we're going to just leave them to sort themselves out.
Yeah, I asked Walt Disney what them are doing. I'm a thing. At the Walt Disney
man.
call me more anybody else.
Too much intrusion, on
Much too
privacy.
much.
Good talkers.
Yeah.
And you see that same Walt Disney thing. I say Walt Disney in our life long time.
Long time.
I don't know.
No, you said it right. You said it right. So you see the same thing we are talking about Beauregard. Them
Yes.
in our life long time and we don't ball out, So you see which part they reach now.
Them come front stage
All
now,
right,
front
good.
and center. Them come like a the mother and the father now.
In
Them
our
are
house.
in the yard.
In the yard, in our bedroom. How to hard. Anyway, we soon show you the baby. So can I see you, Beauregard? Because I saw you a while ago. We can see you again?
Can I, RJ?
I saw you a while ago.
All right, I'll have them set it up, Mama.
All right, please, because we need to. All right, so that
Face to face reasoning.
yes, man. So that takes care of another question. How has life been?
Oh yeah, life has been. Life has been. Life is great. Life is always becoming, Mama.
Yes.
More be like you. You know what I say? Life is you get youngin. I love to see you just glowing. You know what I say? And when I see you, I know that at the end of the day, life is what you make it.
Yes, absolutely.
Because to see you now you're on TV and radio. Look at you.
You can't imagine. I made it free. This is
did free?
wow. Me say TV. Me see when you're on radio alone, you can do all that you
yeah,
want to do.
you're
You
free.
make monkey face. You long out your mouth. You can do all of it. But when you're there on and then sometimes you look on the monitor and you go,
You jump. Well, you look good for the monitor. That's how I say. You look great for the monitor, so it fit you.
thank you for the vote of confidence.
Yes, you have my vote.
All right, so let us start. I know that Beauregard wants to ask, so let's go with Beauregard.
You know where I like to start, Mama Kelly, the
Yes.
early years. Tell us about what it was like growing up with a reggae legend, an icon, a superstar, world-famous father
Wow.
in Bonnie Whaler.
Dan Dada. Oh man, I love talking about Dan Dada. Growing up with Dan Dada, to be real, Jabi was always on the road. Always on the road. When I say on the road, I mean even on the road, like in another country for months, touring for months. So I would be if I tell you that I saw my father growing up every day, I would be lying. I saw Jabi like, oh no, would I say Jabi? It's like, oh, see him there, oh, daddy there, oh, it's not until later on, when I would enter into the musical sphere and even, go on the road with him, and even when him slow down as well, and then me and him would connect on a deeper level, But what I remember about Jabi in the earlier years is his teachings. Jabi is a father that anytime he is around, he want to leave something with you. Him trying best to make sure say we'll grow together too, because Jabi have a baby mother, what I say, but we still as the children grew together. He had his school, Solomonic All Saints, and all his kids went to that school, so we know each other very personally, and that was the greatest way I think our father did stay in our lives. He make we know each other and be around each other, and if we not see him, we still see him same way. You know what I say?
Right, and then there was the village because you didn't see him very often, but you were raised by him,
Right.
or on his side.
And by his wife.
By his, that's
Sister
why you
Jean.
love her so much.
Oh gosh, Sister Jean raised me. Listen, everybody knows Sister Jean as mama. Mama Jean. So Sister Jean is that person, you know, one of the greatest memories I remember having is, and all of all of Jabi kids can tell you this, is our banana fritters.
Can you imagine? I remember her for her fritters.
The younger years, yeah, that is it. Banana fritters, Sister Jean about banana fritters, and she make nice cake, fruit cake and them thing there. Of course, the clothing, you know, because Jabi always fresh and clean, and you know, I would get that. My suits are tailored type thing, so I get that young and fresh vibe, you know. So yeah, man, you know, Jabi really, his lifestyle, and the next thing about Jabi is his culture. You know, we not eat certain thing, you know what I mean. Not even ice when I grow up, not even ice in my juice,
Which is good, which is great.
I learned later.
Yeah, and he would pass that on to you as someone who deals with vocals.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because all of us who deal with vocals, I'm sure Beauregard would know that we don't drink ice, nothing.
Yeah.
Because it affects our vocals.
And
So
not even milky stuff too.
that's another one, the mucus.
The mucus. So it's things that, like I said, the culture of, you know, I wouldn't even learn, I wouldn't even know the meaning of it then. Like I said, is after years and talking about vocal training and these things, I say, oh, you know, and the ganja tea, them thing they're powerful. Them thing they're powerful in many ways, you see me, and them thing the Jabi I give from a young.
Right, right.
Nice.
You know, as I look at your son, Mosaic, may I tell you the truth? I know when I look deeper, I'm going to say, oh no. But I'm very, very honest with you, I don't say, oh no. Me see ancestors. Me see ancestors. Whoever they are, them print out Panda Picnic there. And that's why it is so very important for us to understand not only just our immediate past, meaning our nuclear family, but also our ancestors. Who is this child? Mommy have to know who me pick the favor, because it might not, every now and then I see somebody is lucky, is
It's funny you said that, because when the baby they born, you know, Mosaic born look just like him great-grandfather.
Okay, on whose side?
On my father's side, my father's father, Taddy Shot.
That's who him look like.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
who him look like.
No man, it's scary. Him mother see it and jump when she see him. She
That's
say,
who
wait,
him
she
look
say,
like.
She said, why him look so much like Taddy Shot? And even when Jabi meet him, you know, we said to Jabi, say, oh him look. Them say Jabi not Taddy Shot that. And Jabi just look in and look. Jabi just look close.
I said what?
And look, no, him a look like him. I say, and him look at me and say, exactly. Him just shake him and look at me. You know, at that time he had suffered from that second stroke. So
yes.
But him give it a nod. Him look for me. We say to him and him look good and him look for me and say, on the right.
That's exactly who he looks like.
Generational.
Yes. So Chuka is here, and that's wifey. And it's amazing, though, as we talk, these are the subjects we really need to be talking about, you know, instead of who in our business. We need to be talking about, you know, ancestry and how, you know, our children can just, how we have to have an open mind when we're having our families.
Wow, deep.
Can you imagine how we have to have an open mind? Because here is Chuka here now, married to Naki, and the baby look like Chuka, look like Naki, not even grandfather. Our Naki's grandfather.
Him great grandfather.
His great grandfather.
And as mystic as it is, today is actually his second Earth Strong. You can imagine. So, you know, man, it's a mystic all around and with us.
Happy birthday, man.
Yeah, man. Yes. Give thanks. Happy birthday, Mosaic. Where him there? I'm watch Akira. And even that, you know, I want to make a quick shout out to Akira. You know, Akira is a Tanzanian based program, and it does very well on YouTube. And, you know, there's a lot of shows, and still we talk about Walt Disney and we talk about all these things, you know, there's a lot of shows geared towards the, well, I just say the white representation, white kids, white this, white that. The more we have cultured, even like Indian, Chinese, African, the more we have cultured kids programs for the kids them to not just, because Walt Disney give us that too, you know. You know, Walt Disney give us a lot of white programming, Caucasian, this. I mean, it's good to have these programs that teach you even like a Swahili. Connect us back to the motherland at an early age. We don't need to wait till him start get what them call woke at age 18 or whatever to hear about him African culture. You know what I say? So it's things like this we introduce him to, and Akili is something that I encourage all the listeners now listening to introduce them kids to. You know what I say?
Okay.
Akili and me.
Okay, wonderful. There's no way we could have a conversation with you and not, even if it's briefly mentioned, you did a while ago, Mama Jean. Have you made any headway?
Well, we always keep Mama Jean image we keep Mama Jean's image out there because she's still missing. Of course, there is different, what you call it now, speculations as far as what happened. And also, we definitely have been following all leads we get while searching. Because, a lot of people, what I'm learning is a lot of lookalikes. A lot of people think them CR. And so, what it did for us as a family made me work on this documentary called Wailing Soul, which is a Searching for Sister Jean documentary. But it really highlighted not just, the documentary was to put Sister Jean's face out there, all these different pictures of her so people know her. So when them see her, them know her. But also it was to highlight these lookalikes. There's too many women wandering the streets, elder women that suffer from mental illness. And our mother them in the same way.
Absolutely.
And even like when I was out there and, what happened is them see her and your heart would have just, and me find all the every last lookalike, me track them down until me say, I know you, but all this, take this, and me still want help because me just feel like say if everybody look out for all wandering women, you must find Sajin because you're looking out for all of them. So somebody gonna look out for she. So yeah, it's a thing where it's been very tough, very tough. I mean, it is single-handedly the most devastating thing I went through so far in life.
I can imagine, but we just want to,
Stay hopeful.
We send enough respect to you because you have been insistent, you have been passionate, and it is obvious that you're not letting it go.
No,
and we really respect you for that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Because that's your other mother. That's your mama.
Mama Jean.
That's your mama.
Yeah, man. And I just want the people them out there just stay looking, stay searching, keep your eyes open for any little thing. The documentary is on YouTube as well. It played on TVJ the other day, and we get a lot of good feedback. So it's a thing that we want to put, keep our face out there. Let's keep searching. Let's keep hopeful. We'll have to find our one way or the other. We'll have to find some information.
Right.
Prayers up, my brother, and I hope everything works out. Sorry that you have to go through this situation. You mentioned Solomonic All Saints, the school that you attended. Tell us about some of your aspirations during your school years.
My school years, I'm a footballer from them time there still, and that was, I think, my main focus in school. Football, everything was football. Pele, Maradona, what I say? Play for Meadowbrook and big up all of my Meadowbrook schoolmates. You understand? So I think my football had, and even for most of my life, football took over all of my aspirations. It wasn't until college that me pick up music, freestyling and them thing that with my brethren, them I realized, and people are say, you have a thing, and I saw now them would even learn about my heritage.
Let's talk about that, because does it automatically follow that because your father is the great Jabari Whaler, that at some level you would have been involved in music?
Definitely, because you'd be around it. And you can't go around it, and then of course you have the ones them in Bridge them would say, you have it in the or they never do it at the end of your life, You have it, you have to do it, you have your legacy. You know what I say? So it's a thing where what I love about music with even my journey is that Jabi never forced it on me. And that's why the love come in, Because as much as his friends and whoever was saying, you have it, and Jabi never say, you have to do this, Jabi just leave me even the football, Jabi just encourage, Jabi a footballer too.
Right.
So it's a thing where, music was just a natural, organic thing where, like I said, it happened with just random, like me on the other side of the world, a freestyle and a rap. And I saw now the music come forward full circle, then I start research, because the greatest thing about music in Jamaica, when I learn, Jamaica love all type of music. So because of that, I research and I like all type of music, and I realize the rich history of the Whalers and the Bunny Whaler. And then I see my father perform when me at 18, I see Jabi perform and take him in for the first time,
When you were 18?
When I was 18,
really?
And I look on the man and I say, oh, that's why I'm going, sir.
What do you see? What was the revelation?
He's a superstar. Not even like when I say superstar, I not talk about status. I talk about on stage performing. He's something that make your eye twinkle. Jabi perform for 3 hours straight, and you don't lose interest.
Can I just say something to you? Your father has been transcending for a long time, because you see, when one of the things that I remember with Jabi is that whenever there's a show that, especially a foreign, when Jabi is going to perform, I get myself ready to transcend with him, you know. Because I tell you something, you see, he has a way of performing out of his body. Total out of body experience.
You know what I'm talking about?
And even when he got older, there was a time I remember, I think it was in Holland. I watched him perform and I thought to myself, there is no way someone of that age could have so much energy to perform for so long if it wasn't an out of body experience. So it's something that I have been, I mean, when him going to the Black Heart Man thing, you know, man. When him going at them thing, then a reincarnated souls, him gone up.
Transcended.
Long time.
And you know, he's the mystic man, and Jabi at a one thing where I would have said natural. All of this thing that you're talking about is a natural. That thing came to him naturally, and you said it like you hit the nail on the head when you say him transcend long time. You know, Jabi's always half in the spirit world.
Always.
You can tell you that.
I love how you put it. I love how you put it. He was always preparing us that he's more spiritual than physical.
Remember that. Reincarnated souls himself.
Reincarnated souls. Him say it, but grow up on them thing there, and them time they you know nappy, you know. We're going to take a break.
Okay.
When we come forward, Beauregard is going to ask a question. All right, so remember what he's saying, Beauregard.
All right, no problem.
So we have live inside of our Bridge 99 FM studio none other than Neko Whaler. Perhaps you know him as Asada Naki, but he is now Neko Whaler. So go ahead, Beauregard.
I want to go back to that first time you saw your father on stage performing. Was it also that time that you said, this is where all those feelings that I'm feeling is coming from?
Good question. That definitely was the defining moment, really. I'm glad I said that because I would have forgotten to say that part. Yeah, when I saw him performing, you know, I saw freedom. I saw someone that was not putting on a show, but living an experience. Same like what we were reasoning though. We were reasoning about it, but yes, it did impact me because at the time it was my second live performance I had seen. And from the first performance I had seen was Richie Spice. I'm gonna say Richie Spice, I'm gonna say, you know, say mother do that. That me say, you know. And Richie Spice and a Bunny Whaler, they perform very different, very different types of performances. So when I saw Jabi, I was like, okay, you know, I that was by that time I had already started the freestyling. So when I saw him live, just like the question, I was like, this is it. This is what I want to do.
Confirmation.
Sure. Confirmation. And whereas I seen my father do it and said, oh, but in bad. I said, but you know, because you know sometimes you hear things, you know, and people tell you things, you know, but until you see it with your own eyes, you're not gonna really know.
See there. Wow. Tell us about this song that's playing in the background, my brother. Follow the Leader.
All right, this is Follow the Leader. This is off my upcoming project, and this is Naya Bingi. This is also a connection with the ancestral, like I said, and the different generations. Earl China Smith, big up to China Great Chezzy. We work with China Smith on this project. China Smith love this song and decides say more and give me a strength. You understand? We go down in the yard and we rehearse it. Very organic vibe. You know, this song was written couple years ago. Me and my brother Nari Berry, we sit down and we pen the song. And every time I perform the song, it just connect with people. Them just love the song. So we put the Naya Bingi with it because of, you know, my father, as you know, is a what you call that now? Would I say a Rasta pioneer. From them time till now, Jabi talk Rastafari and him push him not only talk, and he puts finances behind the community to make sure say certain little things keep, certain little march keep. First ganja march, and my father me did it to see Rasta burn ganja in front of police. Me get witness that them time before decriminalization and legalization talks. Me I talk about 2014. You know what I mean? So 2014 and 2015 the march and the motorcade. And yeah, so knowing how Jabi loved the Naya Bingi and putting the song together after he had transcended. I felt that this would be a good ancestral calling, a good connection as the first tune off of the project. For go to the source, because I have a lot of musical styles. I love the dancehall, I love reggae, I love all kind of things. I love hip hop, I love soul. But Nyabinghi, if we know the history of the music in Jamaica, Nyabinghi was the first music Jamaica produced. It was Countazzi and the Mystic Revelation of Rastafari. Then came Ska. Then came Rocksteady,
But the follow the leader that I have, is it the same? Is just a Nyabinghi
It's a Nyabinghi version, right?
Okay.
Yes. So Follow the Leader is a song that was acoustic originally. When I did the song with the live bands, it never have the feeling that I was going for, and people express it to me because them know the song acoustic. So them said to me, say, but another song, yeah. And that them said to me, so me say, eh. So is that now? So now me sit down on myself and me say, before I put too much too much more behind it, do a video or anything, I say I have to do the right version, because the song is a song that meaningful, that powerful, that it has to have the right version.
But it's interesting that you should say that, because I have never seen you perform this version. All I know is the one that you gave me.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love that one. Yes, because the sentiment was the same.
Same song.
Very
too.
same song.
Yeah, man.
Very same
song.
sentiment.
And is that this song, the Nyabinghi, like I said, it was a connection, I think, to my father, and a dedication, like a livication to what he would have, how he would have produced this song. So even when China Smith hear the song and when I hear the drums for the first time, it felt right. When I put this song out now versus the version that you would have gotten before, and trust me, it's not you alone love that version. Me love that version too. Other DJs tell me them love that version, but everyone loves the Nyabinghi version. Something about it is, it speaks to everyone, and so I work off of people, because we don't make music for ourselves. If we did, then maybe I wouldn't be even making music, because me myself never. You get me? As it? So the people responses to these songs is why this version even exists right now.
You talk a lot about your dad, which is understandable, and you talk a lot about his expectations. I know from experience that Jabi would speak a lot about you as his son. Do you feel at all pressured as the son to follow in the path of your dad, even although he may not have said so? Are you pressuring yourself to follow in his footsteps?
No, because Jabi footsteps are some dinosaur foot, some big footsteps. if the pressure would have too much, you give me pressure with a bus pipe, I am just expressing myself, and I'm expressing myself musically. I'm expressing myself lyrically. Okay, that's the next thing too. I have a different lyrical style than even my father, and him like that, So, yeah, I'm just living. See the song all up in our background. I'm just live, you see me I say? And my father, even enough people don't know, Jabi's a harsh critic. So enough music me bring to my father, and him say, "How that?" You see me? And when me bring, like, living this song playing, for example, and all the songs that follow this, because it's acceptance, really. You can't make somebody give you constructive criticism and you reject it. You have to accept it and interpret it and say, okay, what can I work on? How can I make this better? And so as the years go on and the productions go on, Jabi started telling me straight up. Jabi, even the last time I performed for Jabi look at me and tell me, say, I can't put it down now, Jabi say, you can't.
Really?
He said that's the only compliment I've ever gotten from him, man. That's a big one.
That's a huge one.
Yeah, so that's the first one.
Saving up the rest of them for this.
No, he might make sure it get to the level there.
Yes.
And I want to correct something, because we talk about Solomonic All Saints, and that is something that really defines my father, because he believes in education. I didn't go to Solomonic All Saints. I didn't want Boris to misinterpret that. I went to Meadowbrook. Solomonic All Saints even was invented in 2009. So it was my younger sisters and stuff. Yeah, that went to that school. So I just wanted to clear it up for you. But that school is very meaningful, and it's something that as we look to build on the legacy, we want to bring back that school.
Right,
definitely.
So where does Neko Whaler go from here? You've rebranded.
Yes.
And you're moving forward.
Yes.
Forward where?
Well, forward and backward never. Right now we're working on our first project. So I'm working with a producer from England, Simon Vumbaka, and as simple as you see my wife here. She's actually one of my key persons, producers, songwriters on the project.
Wow.
Nari Berry as well here. And
Nice.
so I'm working on a project now that, will bring me my first complete, what you call that now, body of work. So I'm very excited about this project that I'm working on. And I go up on the road in end of July. I'm gonna do some shows, North America, Boston and Maine and them place there. So really and truly, I just want this take me into the ears of the people. That's where I want this take me. I want people to listen to Neko Whaler and know Neko Whaler as his own brand, and also Neko Whaler carrying on the legacy of Bunny Whaler.
Wonderful, beautiful.
And when should we expect this project, my brother?
Well, I would say early 2023. Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
So the CD that we're listening to here now, how many tracks are on the CD?
Well, no, this CD is just a mixture. It's three songs. Follow the Leader, Living, and a song that was released by a group called Rhythmwise from out of Montreal. I did some shows in Canada, and these people just come to the show and just like the energy and say, yo, want do a production with you. And so that's how this song came about, Be Humble. Big up to Micah Shemaya. Me and Micah Shemaya was on tour at the time. And so these are just a taste, you would say.
You know something that I've noticed, Beauregard? Artists
Mama
like Neko Whaler, who are confident enough in their second half, sometimes the better half, sometimes the much better
Most
half,
times.
who are confident enough in their second half to have them involved in their career. I find that these wives can be very shrewd business people, you know. Is this one of the reasons why you have invited her into your career? Because she will go places that you dare not go?
Listen, you see where she is now?
Yeah.
That says it all. She's serious.
Look, I tell you where she did. Make her tell you where she did, Beauregard.
Don't tell him.
Don't tell him. All right, me not tell him.
You might need somebody where I gonna make the right talk, them and not take no talk from
Oh.
nobody.
Exactly, and
That's
that's
it.
Chuka.
Yeah.
But
That's Chuka. That's Chuka.
Yeah, man.
But you know what I love with her? She pretty with it, you see?
What? nice and easy, warm and easy.
Yes, it's a wonderful thing because I have found that it's such a bold statement. It is saying to the world, we are a family, our money is being spent in the family, and we would appreciate if you help us as family to do the same thing in a year one.
And it's a representation too. 'Cause
Absolutely.
We want the families them be a family.
Absolutely.
Yeah, everything. Remember, I said nation. We talk about this in a nation building starts in the home. So sometimes we talk about unity and we talk about nation building and we talk about these things as this, this thing that the community and the world needs. As black people, we need to come together.
That's
But what's the
right.
representation?
That's right.
You have to, from inside your family, be that representation. You have to unite your family first.
That's right.
And then from your family now, your family will go out in the world with that concept of unity, that concept of unity already. So then them will unite with them friend. And you get me, I say, and that's how the whole thing catch a fire.
That's what I'm talking about. And
Nice.
I've been on tour and seen a lot of artists lose their way because them don't have the strength behind them. I have found that when you have either your children on the road with you or you have your wife on the road with you, you kind of
Focus.
that's the word we want. That's the word we're looking for. You are focused. And that has been a problem with our artists. They have lost focus. So congrats on being bold enough, brave enough, and wise enough. You know, your dad always talk about the Solomonic wisdom. Wise enough to include your brilliant and beautiful wife on the road with you.
Thank you. Yes.
Naki, tell us how the Irie Jam Radio family and the Bridge Nation family can follow you on social media.
All right. Yes. So it's Naki NAKI _ Whaler WAILER, and yeah man, Neko Whaler on Instagram. You don't know, so once you Google Neko Whaler, you will see all the works. Neko Whaler, and I saw the Naki still link up, so you'll see all of the works. And yeah, I want everyone to just download this song that we're gonna play now. This is Follow the Leader, Naya Bingi. It's out now. The video is out. It's on YouTube. So just once you Google it, once you search it on YouTube, once you search Neko Whaler, you see it. and download the music. It's on iTunes, it's on Spotify, it's on Apple Music, it's all the digital platforms. It's out there. So we're just encouraging the ones to support the movement, download the music. You know what I mean? And stay what them call it, stick and stay
Yes,
for the project for the project coming.
All right.
Bless up yourself, you know, my brother Asadi Naki. Big up, Olipa, big up, and continue to do the works that you're doing. Take care of your family, and we're looking out for your music.
Yes, that
and
give thanks.
now I can say that I interviewed the Natty.
Yes, you interviewed the Natty. I want to say like, follow, and subscribe to the Positive Vibe. Yeah, man, support the music.
Beautiful.
Yes,
you know what I always love? I love the balance of a man interviewing and a woman interviewing. But you know what I always love? When we have a male guest, right? And I'm like, hi, how are you? And then Beauregard come in. Yes, King. Cool.
Yes, straight. Balance.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, King, bless up. But you know, that's the beauty of the balance. That's the beauty of the balance. So this is how we say so long. It's always so very good to have you next to me. Nice to have you.
Nice to see you on radio, on TV.
Can you imagine you saw me on the radio?
Can you imagine? Big up the Bridge 99, Bridge Nation. You don't know. Big up Laffy, big up Richie. You don't know. Making sure that the music sounds good.
Absolutely.
And making sure that everything runs smooth. I have to big up the whole crew, isn't me?
See Nikki coming in shortly too. See her there, I get her.
Yes. Big up Nikki Z. You don't know, coming to at up the radio. Straight at the energy goddess right there. You don't know, you know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Now we don't know what I say. Big up everyone, and we just want everyone support this one. This one named Follow the Leader.
Okay.
Nice.
Ira Jam. You don't know on a large
Yes.
original.
You see what? I'm not going to say anything. We're not going to say nothing. But anyway, you know why I'm not saying nothing? Because homeboy did forgot. And homeboy did forgot Beauregard. But wife to the rescue.
And this is what we're talking about.
And this is what we're talking about.
Balance.
All right, Beauregard, always wonderful to have you
Always.
share stage with me.
All right.
And then,
Always a pleasure, mama.
all right, so just big up your listeners, and we do this again, most high willing, on Thursday. That's right.
Take care.
So we're closing off with this brand new one from this brand new version from Neko Whaler, and it's called Follow the Leader. This one says, blessed love, Mama Kelly, more life, family, blessed love to brother Beauregard. It's Jay Sean. Bless up, nice interview with Neko Whaler. Him a one real youth. So we give thanks for that. And we have some more here, so I'm not sure if we have the time because it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And we gotta come out now because Nikki Z is here. So just wanna say bless up to all those listening, and bless up also to the Untengle team. Bless up.